And welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. And joining us right here in the studio is Dr. Trish Murray. Dr. Trish, how are you?
I am great today, Rob. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So much fun. You know, I was saying that I have seen you on Facebook and LinkedIn all these years and other venues around town. So it's great to finally meet you, have you in here. And I was reading all the stuff that you are doing right now. And let's be honest, as we get a little older and have to think about those extra things going for that extra walk or doing the little extra movement is so important. And that's really what you're all about.
Absolutely. I mean, actually, Rob, my history, your life brings you to where you are. And that's a big part of functional medicine, which is what I do.
Yeah.
So, the idea that you need to move, and I had an injury back, when I was an elite athlete at like 20 years old. So I learned after that injury that I had to learn, I was out, but I wasn't down.
Yeah.
I learned that I needed to rehab myself, and I needed to learn the tools. So my entire career as a physician has been to try and give people the tools that they need if they have an injury to get better. And my specialty in osteopathy is all about using my hands. But if you come see me once every 3 or 4 weeks, that's not enough. You have to learn how to give, and that's the point of to give you, the people, the tools to restore and maintain your own health.
Right. And I think that like I said, I've kind of learned that, and it's funny. It's kind of one of those things, I'm not talking about me, but, physical therapy or whatever, and just realizing that it makes a difference and just getting up and stretching and moving and going for a walk and, taking the dogs for a walk, whatever it encourages you.
That's so true. And also what happens, Rob, is that people will go and do, let's say, a course of physical therapy. That's like 8 to 10 weeks long. And then, yes, as a good physical therapist, they should be giving them tools and stretches and exercises to do when they're done. But what happens is many people don't keep doing it. So that's why we created Discover Health Movement Membership, which is presently it's and through the pandemic, it's been completely online. So people can just go to the website, join, and pay a monthly fee if they choose to keep going, and they get 3 classes a week, one in yoga, one in self-myofascial release, which is a tool most people don't know about, and a movement for longevity, which is all about balance and strength. So these things are, again, I chose the instructors, I put it together so that we can give you the tools to do what you need to do to feel optimally healthy.
Well, that's awesome. And how has that been? I mean, during the pandemic, obviously, things changed quite a bit.
It's been absolutely awesome. People that have been our core and steady, and it's been growing, are just loving it. We've had people that have come and said, wow, I couldn't get up and down from the floor anymore. But within 2-3 weeks of doing your classes, I can do it again.
That's great.
Because like in the Movement for Longevity class, that's one of the things we do many times during the classes, focus on being able to get down to the floor and back up again. I mean, real life stuff.
Right.
Which people need.
Yeah, there's a quarter on the floor.
Yeah, I don't need to get that. Or, and people that are obviously much more able to do those things, even myself, because I cross-country ski, I downhill ski, I snowshoe, and I kayak. I love to be outdoors, as we all do in the Mount Washington Valley and TV Outdoors. That's what it's all about. We want to be able to do what we want to do as we age, no matter how old we are, whether you're injured or not. And so the point is, from the classes, I have found my own balance, my own ability to move in the woods, to be able to walk on a trail and actually look around rather than constantly concentrate on where my feet are going, is so much better. And we've had many, many people that are members say that to us week in and week out.
That's great. And I imagine, too, especially with doing the online, because there are people who, even before there was a pandemic, just maybe don't want to go into a class or a classroom. But being able to do it at home in the sanctity of your own room is fabulous.
And that's just true. So true. I mean, some people don't even like to go to live classes
for
whatever reason, embarrassment, or they just don't like to be in a social setting, or they need to do it at 11 o'clock at night and there are no classes.
Yeah.
So you can join as a recordings only member. You don't even have to come. It's all online.
That's
and
great.
Then we have a dashboard of more than 52 weeks now. So you can pick any classes you want to do at any time off the dashboard.
Wow.
Yeah. And then now, of course, with things starting to lighten up, and now we're here live in the studio, and we're vaccinated, people can come to our studio also and do the classes live.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
And your studio is right in Conway Village.
It is.
So very easy to find, kind of behind where the Conway Town Hall and the new Bank of New Hampshire up in that area. There's a name for the block, isn't it? Isn't there?
Well, Pleasant Street is Route 153,
right.
and you turn in behind there. So my clinic does not open right onto Route 16 Main Street.
Yeah.
It opens more back, like you say, where the bank is, New Hampshire Bank, and then also the Town Hall of Conway Village. But if you go right back there, the building at 24 Pleasant Street, the library's across the street as well. Very easy to find, and the studio is connected to my clinic.
Perfect, perfect. And you've written a couple books too,
I have.
And you brought those. And what do you talk about in the books?
Well, the first book was actually my consistent book from start to finish. It's called Make a Dent in Chronic Disease, and DENT is an acronym. Stands for Detox, Exercise, Nutrition, and Transformation of Stress. You see, I came out of medical school and I became an internal medicine doc, and I was a primary care internist. But to be honest, within the first few years of my practice, it's all about protocols, and it's all about here's another pill. You know, write the prescription and hand you that.
Yeah.
It's not giving you any tools to heal yourself. And then I heard about the Institute of Functional Medicine, which is really about how your body functions. Your immune system, your gastrointestinal system, your cardiovascular system, and yes, your fascia, your fabric system, your connective tissue system. So this book is foundationally about functional medicine and how you can take charge and empower yourself to heal yourself.
Oh, that's great.
So that's what that one's about. The other one, just quickly, is No More Band-Aids 2.0. This is a collaborative book. It's not just my book, but my chapter in this book is all about the fascia, which I call the fabric of life. It's your connective tissue. Your fascia surrounds everything in your entire body. It surrounds every blood vessel, every organ. It surrounds your brain. It surrounds your heart. It surrounds every muscle. And the fabric of life has the consistency of a sponge. So as you're aging and we're drying up and degenerating, if you leave that sponge out overnight on the counter, what happens to it? It dries up. And if you pick it up, it's brittle. It might even break. But if you put it in water, what happens? It soaks up the water. And then it becomes pliable, mushable, squishable. That's what this chapter is all about. It teaches you about the fascia, your connective tissue, your fabric of life. And what do you need to do to keep it mushy, squishy, and hydrated? You need to move.
Absolutely.
And that's why we created Discover Health Movement membership.
That's great. So how does somebody sign up, join up?
Well, the best way is to go to my clinic website. Again, my clinic is Discover Health Functional Medicine Center, and you just go onto the home page and you scroll down. You don't even have to leave the home page, and there you'll see the book, No More Band-Aids. If you go past that, you will run right into Discover Health Movement membership.
Great. Yeah. And so people can get all the information they need.
Absolutely.
And then what if they want to come visit you in person?
Again, go to the website, and I do a free, and I did say free, a 30-minute introductory call with me. I have certain hours on Wednesday afternoons, and my health coach also does an hour on Thursday mornings.
Great.
So if someone's like, I heard this lady on TV, I want to find out what this is really more about, you could sign up right on the website to do a free 30-minute introductory conversation to see if it's the right fit.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, it just sounds like it's something that's for everybody, every age, because it's really, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I'm 25, I'm in good health, I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
But the more you do at the younger age helps you as you move through life.
Absolutely. I mean, again, my own story, I had an injury at 19. So, we have all had injuries, especially if we're outdoor people. I hardly have ever met someone who has gone through their whole life and been an outdoors person that never had an injury.
Right.
So, but then, in my 20s and 30s, there was a time during residency I was like, oh my gosh, I can barely move. And I realized I need to get out and do yoga. I need to stretch. I need to do myofascial release. I need to do these things so that I can do what I want to do. So it doesn't matter how old you are. 25, 30, 50, 60, 80, you need to move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so glad that you came by today.
Oh.
And I'm finding out a lot of information. So the best thing to do is go to your website, again, which is?
Yes, that's discoverhealthfmc.com. So it's Discover Health Functional Medicine Center, but you don't have to spell out all of that.
Yeah.
It's just the Discover Health, the F, the M, and the C.com.
And I would bet if you Googled Trish Murray, you're also going to find, and like I said, Facebook, LinkedIn, and everything else. And because I know you post a lot of stuff on LinkedIn about, updating people.
Yeah, we post LinkedIn, we post Facebook, we have a YouTube channel, Discover Health YouTube. I also have a podcast, Discover Health Podcast. So we're out there all the time.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's not hard to find us, absolutely.
Well,
and I've been in the Valley for 16 years.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you came by today.
Thank you.
So thanks
Robert,
so much.
so nice.
And Dr. Trish Murray, and we'll be back here in a minute, right after this.